Welcome. Today I'll explain the full picture of the Harada Method and the quickest way to get started right away in just a few minutes. By the time you finish watching, your next step will be clear. You'll start a life where you move forward with confidence, without hesitation, continuously growing and getting closer to your goals. The Harada Method is a technique for breaking down goals into today's actions and implementing them as habits. It's not just theoretical. Its focus is on daily practice. The key point is this. It's okay if you only stick with it for 3 days. You can always start again. The important thing is to restart again and again whenever you pause. Here's the big picture. Long-term goal. Long-term isn't mandatory. Mid-term or short-term works too. KGI/KPI, weekly design, daily routine, journaling for reflection. This cycle is your personal growth loop. If you want quick, tangible results, like aiming for the best catch on your weekend fishing trips, start with short-term goals. Don't worry, I'll explain KGI and KPI later. Long-term goals should be noun plus number plus deadline. Stating them in this format translates them into actionable steps. Eliminate vague language. It's crucial to keep them clear and uncomplicated for easy implementation. Remembering why you chose this approach is also important. I'll explain next whether you should focus on KGI and KPI early on. Here's the explanation of KGI and KPI. KGI equals goal. KPI equals key performance indicator. Limit KPIs to 3. The first condition is that they are measurable. The second is that they have a strong correlation. The third is that you can influence them yourself. Select them based on these 3 criteria. Avoid making them too abstract or overly complex. A goal is defined by the purpose for which you aim to achieve it. Now let's begin the practice. It's the open window 64. This is the chart that even Ohtani practiced. The center of the 9 squares is the goal you want to achieve. The surrounding 8 squares are the elements necessary to achieve that goal. Furthermore, make each of those 8 elements a goal, the center, and identify the elements needed to achieve that goal. Create a total of 9 squares by multiplying 3 by 3. Break down KPIs, objectives, into daily repetitive actions and fix your automatic routines to 3 to 5 items. Focus on actions you can fully control yourself. For example, 30 minutes of English is okay, but improve English skills is not. Always write it down, not just typing or inputting. For your journal, use the 1-line times 3 format to praise yourself. To build confidence, look back on today and write down what went well, what you accomplished, and what you managed to do. Prioritize continuing this daily. Again, it's crucial to write this down, not type or input. Continuing this practice fosters positive thinking. Recall the goals and elements of Open Window 64. Check if they're reflected in your routine and journal. If they aren't, don't worry, just look for areas where they can be incorporated. Then add those points to your journal. You've reflected on what went well, what you did, and what you accomplished. Now recall your failures too. Once you remember a failure, add a note about what you would do differently if you tried it again. 7 days start plan. Day 1, decide on one long-term goal. Set. Day 2, decide on KGI, goal, KPI, purpose. Day 3, create Open Window 64. Day 4, finalize routine. Day 5, start journaling. Day 6, review. Day 7, improve one common failure with countermeasures. Anyway, even if you stop along the way, just restart. The most important thing is not to blame yourself for not being able to continue. When you feel like blaming yourself, restart. Don't give up. If you quit multiple times, restart multiple times. That's what matters.